Yusek Adriano, if I may ask po. Yusek Adriano, magkano po ang salary grade ng isang undersecretary sa DOF po?
Pakiulit yung tanong.
Magkano po ang salary grade ng undersecretary? Kayo po, Yusek.
28 ba?
Mr. Chair, I'm not actually familiar.
30? Ang USEC?
SG salary grade 30, Mr. Chair.
Okay po. Magkano po per month yun?
Okay, for salary grade 30, that is 218,237
218,000 po.
based on this
okay po.
table that we have.
Director,
tranche.
Director, magkano po salary grade nyo, Director?
26. if I'm
Magkano
not
po per
mistaken.
month yun?
That would be 137.
37.
Ayun po ang punto ko, Mr. Chair. Karamihan ho, ang mga opisyal ho natin, kumikita, sumasahod, 200,000, 300,000 kada buwan. Kaya hindi nila alam mabuhay gaya ng isang minimum wage earner, lalong-lalo sa panahon ngayon na may krisis tayo. At ang maririnig natin sa economic managers, bigyan na lang ng ayuda ang mga minimum wage earners kaysa itaas yung sahod nila. Ganyan ka-detached sa realidad ang mga economic managers natin.
Ngayon naman po, itinatawagan natin from the majority ang ating Deputy Speaker, the longest-serving parliamentarian representing our workers from the TUCP party list, the Deputy Speaker Raymond Mendoza. Mayong gabi, Ibay.
Mayang gabi, and also the longest in waiting in the committee. Daghang salamat, Chairman. And of course, good evening to almost good evening, everyone. And to my former seatmate, Congressman Nograles, Secretary Kakdak, good job, sir. Ito lang, it's more manifestation, Mr. Chairman. TUCP is labor, so advocacy yan namin labor. Mr. Chair, there are 50 million workers in this country. 5 million are minimum wage earners. And the diesel right now is already 170 pesos per liter. You know, ang unang tamaan in crisis increases ang manggagawa, the workers. Ang huling tulungan, ang manggagawa. So there seems to be, for me, a gross neglect. Pero no gross neglect. The workers of this country is not really, and it's addressed to the economic managers, na talagang, it's not a priority. And that has been the problem here. In fact, March 17, TUCP has called for a national emergency in all social media, and even in media. March 18, Claire Castro said, rejected it. Sabi na, fear-mongering. She does not even know that we are in crisis. But March 24, nag-issue ng EO 110, declaring not full emergency, but what is this? State of national energy emergency. The point, Mr. Chair, even in EO 110, DOLE is not included. I don't know why. And DOLE is not here. And you talk about livelihoods, and you talk about workers. Pati yung economic managers, wala. So, again, workers are not a priority in this administration. In fact, since 2022, no consultations were made for the labor. You know, Secretary Kakdak, you're Dole dati, di ba? I don't want to put you in a position, but in the previous administration, Duterte's administration, 3 to 4 times in 10 months. In other administration, kay Aquino, GMA, etc., there is at least the importance of the manggagawa, and look at what is happening now. I don't want to say it, pero pangit. But what is TUCP doing? Because walang government support, we talk to each other with our partners. We have the Labor Business Forum. In fact, in April 15, we're meeting again. Kami na lang, bipartite, we don't need government. Kung ayaw nila, then we will talk. PCCI, ECOP, and PhilExport. You know what? We agreed, not necessarily about wage increase, but we agreed that high cost of electricity in this country. Number two, the removal of VAT on electricity. Just like to ask a question later on kung what's happening with that one. And I hope and I pray talaga na it's too much. The economic managers, ginoo ko, in the last Congress, in the 19th Congress, we passed the wage hike, 200 pesos. It's the economic managers who blocked it. Passed in the Senate, passed in the Congress, Mr. Chair. At least 200 pesos, 100 pesos, whatever it may be. It could have been at least blunt na impact. At saka medyo okay pa itong administration. Wala. Now we are in crisis. Now we are here. The 200 pesos sana that was approved by Congress and the Senate, malaking tulong talaga yan. So that being said, I hope yung executive na dapat i-include yung DOLE. DOLE is not here. We claim a whole of government response when the voice of labor is institutionally excluded. Then who then is representing the interests of workers in the policy deliberation directly affecting or affect the wages, employment, and survival of our workers? And why has the executive not formally convened consultation, as already mentioned, labor sector? If none, ano yung justifications of the delay? So, Mr. Chair, it's more of a statement na that I'd like pa ulit-ulit lang na you have every peso earned of our workers afford less food, less transport, less dignity. Minimum wages are already starvation wages, survival wages na yan eh. And yet, they continue to shrink in real terms. Kaya hindi naman pwedeng presyo ng lahat ay tumaas na. Sweldo na lang ang hindi. That is why this comprehensive crisis legislative package must include immediate 5,000 wage subsidy. In the Senate, they're saying also 1,500 wage subsidy to provide urgent relief and stabilize household consumption. A substantial 200 peso legislative wage hike. Madali lang sana. And I call on the chairman of the labor of the Committee on Employment na i-table na natin, of course, the speaker. I-table na natin yung legislative wage hike, especially for over the 5 million minimum wage earners in this country. Mr. Chair, once again, I call on, last lang, everyone, a last call. And Labor Day, malapit na. Mag-rally naman tayo. Consult labor. You've consulted every sector but not labor. What is happening? And no one can even answer that. Much less that, where is our Secretary of Labor here? Daghang salamat. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We recognize it's something very close to the heart of DS Mendoza, something he's been fighting for even when we were young lawyers. So please be assured that the absence today of DOLE is not in any way intentional. We clustered all the departments based on the discussions. In fact, the DSWD is likewise not here, considering the importance of that department. But they are going to be the stars this coming Monday. I just hope and also ask that the executive gives importance to the very words that you have said in relation to always including labor, considering that they're the most severely affected by a crisis like this one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last, Mr. Chair, thank you very much for those kind words. In fact, yun lang. We always just consult the labor sector. Yun lang yung importante. I don't know what's wrong with this administration and they have not done that. Once again, previous administration, they've done that all the time. Labor Day, so I expect this coming Labor Day, expect nothing. So, elaborate na lang itong kay Congressman Eli. Ikaw na.
Maraming salamat, Deputy Speaker. We now call on the member of the minority as if this is a 1-2 punch from the labor sector. May we call on Congressman Elijah San Fernando. You have the floor from Kamanggagawa Party List.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, but let it be put on record that the Department of DepDev is not even here. Nauna pang umalis, Mr. Chair. Yun yung pinupunto ni Deputy Speaker Raymond Mendoza. Na hindi prioridad ng executive at ng administrasyon ang mga manggagawa. Pero yun yung Mr. Chair, nauna pang umuwi. DepDev Secretary. Mga tanong ng mga manggagawa, nakapatungkol sa DepDev Also, Mr. Chair, let it be put on record na nauna ring umuwi. Ngayon lang nagpakita si Secretary Go. Ngayon lang nagpakita pero naunang umuwi. Lagi nga nating nakikita sa mga committee hearings, Mr. Chair, si Yusek Adriano. Dapat may promote na nga si Secretary Adriano, si Yusek Adriano. Ang punto lang dito, Mr. Chair, nag-prepare kami ng mga tanong na naka-address sa DepDev, sa economic managers, lalong-lalo na sa DepDev, dahil yan ang lead agency na nakatoka na magbigay ng mga rekomendasyon patungkol sa national economic policy natin. At wala sa current national economic policy, wala ni isang statement, Mr. Chair. Walang kahit anong policy recommendation, walang kahit anong policy statement, walang kahit anong intervention sa mga wage earners natin, particularly minimum wage and middle income earners. Pinagmamalaki ng executive at ng administrasyon, nagbibigay sila ng ayuda. Pero hindi lahat ay nabibigyan ng ayuda. Nagpapasalamat ang mga transportation workers na nabibigyan sila ng ayuda. Pero hindi lahat ng transportation workers nabibigyan ng ayuda. Pero anong tindig ng administrasyon sa mga manggagawang minimum wage earners at sa mga middle income earners? Naiwan sa kangkungan. Walang intervention ang gobyerno. Walang kahit anong pronouncement ang administrasyon. Natulungan man lang ang mga minimum wage earners. Malaking problema to, Mr. Chair. Dahil handa tayo, kahit abutin pa tayo ng madaling araw dito, okay lang sa amin. Nananawagan nga kami ng TUCP, magkaroon tayo ng emergency session para lang mapag-usapan yung sahod ng mga manggagawa. Tapos anong maabutan natin? Mga sekretary mismo na unang umuwi. Anong mensaheng pinaparating yan sa mga manggagawa? Na kahit nasa gitna tayo ng krisis, nasa gitna ng pagdurusa ang mga manggagawa at ordinaryong Pilipino, nasaan ang mga sekretary natin? Anong pronouncement ng gobyerno sa mga wage earners natin? Wala tayong marinig. And this is exactly the platform, Mr. Chair. Pasensyoso ang mga manggagawa. Maintindihin ang mga manggagawa. Nag-antay nga kami hanggang ganitong oras Para lang makausap yung mga economic managers natin na alam ng labor movement na nangunguna rin na humaharang sa any wage increase. Economic managers ang pumatay sa legislated wage increase 200 pesos. At alam din ng labor movement na economic managers ang nasa likod ng hindi pag-usad ng National Minimum Wage Bill, House Bill number 8081 dito sa House of Representatives. We all know that. And this is the platform, the right platform, Mr. Chair, for us to talk with them and implore them. Now, sana man lang mapag-usapan natin yung sahod ng mga manggagawa. Sa Uplift Committee, walang dole. Nakailang committee hearings na, ang binabanggit palagi, puro ayuda. Pinagsisigawan na ng mga manggagawa, itaas nyo yung sahod. Bibigyan nyo yung mga manggagawa, 1,500 na ayuda. Anong klaseng pambabastos yan, Mr. Chair? Parang namamalimos yung mga manggagawa. 1,500, 3,000 pesos na ayuda. Magkano yan? Arawan. Kung bibigyan nyo ng ayuda mga manggagawa ng 1,500, ang kahulugan niyan, 50 pesos per day. Tanungin ko kahit sino. Dito, sa bulwagang ito, may mabubuhay ng 50 pesos kada araw? Sino bang pinaka-apektado? Sinasabi, Mr. Chair, ng Uplift Committee na priority yung mga pinakaapektadong sektor ng ating lipunan. Ang mga minimum wage earners at middle income earners natin ang isa sa pinakaapektadong sektor ng krisis na meron tayo ngayon, Mr. Chair. Sino ba ang mga sumasakay sa jeep, sa bus? Di ba mga minimum wage earners, mga middle income earners? Alam ba ng mga sekretarya natin? Ng mga minimum wage earners natin? Yung mga waiter, yung mga security guard, yung mga pumapasok, mga nag-a-assist sa atin dito, mga minimum wage earners, pumapasok, nakamotor yung mga yan. Nagpapagas, nagpapakarga ng diesel, nagpapakarga ng gasolina. Yung 300 piso na mga minimum wage earners natin, dati kayang pumuno niyan ng motorsiklo. Ngayon, magkarga ka ng 300, maswerte ka na kung umabot ng kalahati. Alam ba yan ng Department ng DepDev? Alam ba yan ng DOF? Alam ba yan ng economic managers? Nabubuhay kayo lahat sa simulation nyo. Hindi nyo alam ang tunay na buhay at karanasan ng mga manggagawa at ordinaryong Pilipino. Yan ang pinupunto namin. Tapos anong sasabihin nyo? Gawin nating priority ang mga pinaka-apektadong sektor ng ating lipunan. Mga manggagawang wage earners yan. Yun ang pakiusap namin ng TUCP. Kausapin nyo man lang ang mga manggagawa. Kausapin nyo man lang kami, apektado rin kami. Pero walang kahit anong intervention. Sinong sasagot ngayon, Mr. Chair, sa tanong namin? Wala dito yung DepDev. Hindi man lang nagkaroon ng hiya na mag-iwan ng kahit na assistant dito, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Para masagot yung aming mga tanong. Wala na sasagot.
If I may, Kong Eli, no? They both secretaries have asked permission earlier this morning pa because they have an urgent meeting ongoing in the palace pagdating dun sa subsidy ng public utility vehicles. But in fairness to DepDev, with due respect, may iniwan sila ditong direktor at ito yung pinakamagaling daw nilang direktor.
Mr. Chair, naiintindihan namin, merong importante na ginagawa yung mga kalihim natin, pero hindi ba equally important din to?
Tama.
Di ho ba? O, ano ngayon ang sasagot? Ano ngayon ang mensahe sa mga manggagawa nito? Nag-hearing tayo, wala dito yung mga pinakapinuno ng mga ahensya. O ano pag-uusapan natin? Di wala na, magkaantay na naman yung mga manggagawa. Mr. Chair, dahil kayo na pa nag-aantay, so baka po pwedeng tanungin natin DepDev, Mr. Chair. Baka meron pwedeng isagot yung DepDev dito sa mga katanungan natin, sa mga ni-raise natin. Numero 1, bakit walang kahit anong pronouncement ang gobyerno sa mga wage earners natin, particularly minimum wage and middle income earners?
Okay. Mr. Chair, if I may, Director Des Narvaez from DepDev. So first, Mr. Chair, I'd like to answer the question on why we don't have DOLE at the Uplift Committee. So we do recognize that DOLE, we are actually very few in the Uplift Committee, and we're focusing on the core agencies, core implementing agencies, but we do recognize that Uplift Committee is given the authority to form subgroups, subcommittees, and we are open. No, we are looking into inviting forming a committee, no, involving DOLE. In terms of measures for the labor sector, you're right, Mr. Chair. Currently, we are prioritizing, so the economic managers are prioritizing the severely affected sectors. And incidentally, many of them actually are also wage earners. In terms of other concrete measures, we are currently focusing on ensuring that we protect the job creation. As much as possible, we would want to minimize job losses, because as presented by the Secretary earlier, we do expect if the war lingers, no, it becomes protracted, we do expect some fallout also in the labor sector. And the priority now, apart from taking care of the severely affected sector, the priority is to precisely minimize job losses.
Mr. Chair, naintindihan ko naman ho yung line of answer ng DepDev. Ang swerte ho ng mga malalaking negosyo, sa totoo lang, DepDev. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi kanina lang may meeting doon sa Palasyo with Executive Secretary Ralph Recto. Yung mga kinatawan ng mga malalaking negosyante. Buti pa ho yun, may assurance kayo. Kasi ang pinupunto ho ng DepEd, Mr. Chair, kailangan daw proteksyonan yung job creation at hindi magdulot ng job losses sa ekonomiya natin. Ipinagpapalagay at ina-assume ho ng DepEd at ng economic managers natin na yung pag-uusap ng kahit anong taas sahod ay magdudulot ng karagdagang pagkawala ng sahod. Willing nga kaming debatihin kayo sa plenaryo tungkol dyan Pero napakaswerte ho ng mga malalaking negosyante at mga oligarko, may tagapagtanggol sila. DepEd at mga economic managers natin. So, pwede ho bang makakuha tayo ng sagot sa DepEd at economic managers natin? Is it your policy position not to include wage earners in your policy recommendations?
Mr. Chair, if I may, as mentioned, it's not that we do not intend to include the labor sector. As mentioned, we are currently prioritizing the severely affected sectors, the
So,
transport, and
kailan nyo po
farmers.
iimbitahan? Kailan nyo po i-recommend man lang yung mga manggagawa na makausap? Hindi kami nakakausap. Hindi kami na-invite sa kahit anong usapan, yung mga manggagawa, wage earners.
Okay.
Baka natatakot pagalitan mo.
Mr. Chair, kahit
Uh,
gusto ko pong gawing light tong usapan natin, we are really offended kasi.
If I may, I think that the relevance of the question pertains to okay naman na inaalagaan natin in terms of prioritization, pero wala tayong nadidinig tungkol sa mga near poor. So ang mga minimum wage workers kasi, ito yung isang hakbang na lang papunta na sa below the poverty line. Ito yung talagang nalalaglag, meaning in terms of economic standing, konting taas ng presyo ng bigas, konting presyo ng gasolina, laglag kagad dito below the poverty line. So, yun ang katanungan dito is ano ang hakbang na ginagawa natin relative to paano natin mabibigyan ng lunas ang pinagdadaanan ng mga ito para hindi sila malaglag doon sa poverty line.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, we can only speak of, well, not exactly a subsidy, but could be a form of subsidy. The measures implemented by the Department of Agriculture to ensure that
Mr. Chair,
affordable commodity.
if I may interject, so is it
Go
correct?
ahead. Go ahead.
Doon sa naririnig namin, mas pabor ang DepEd at economic managers na magbigay ng ayuda kaysa itaas ang sahod ng mga manggagawa?
If I may, Mr. Chair, it's the position of the economic managers to leave to the regional wage boards the matter of raising wages.
Ayan, sasagutin ko ho yung sinabi nyo, Director. Alam niyo ho ang posisyon ng mga regional wage boards at ng DOLE? Wala nga asahan na taas sahod sa Mayo 1. Ano po ang komento ng DepEd dito? Sabi nyo, ipagpapaubaya sa mga regional wage boards. Nagsalita regional wage boards, wala nga asahan na taas sahod. Ano pong posisyon ng gobyerno dito?
Okay, Mr. Chair, if I may, I will speak as a member of the wage board of the NCR. I am not aware of such statement. In fact, well, we will convene as scheduled by May.
Yusek Bitonyo ho ang nagsabi.
I see.
Mm.
Okay, I have not heard of that, but
Gawa na ng FEG yun.
Ngayon po, aware na si Director. Di ho ba? Hindi, punto ko, aware, hindi ka aware, Director. Ngayon, aware ka na si Yusek Bitonyo, sinabi yun. So, ulitin ko ho, mas pabor ho ba ang economic manager sa pagbibigay ng ayuda kaysa itaas ang sahod ng mga manggagawa? It's a yes or no? Ano lang, question.
okay. Okay, if I may, the capacity of the economic manager is only with respect to providing subsidies. So we live, I
Ayun.
maintain that position that we leave
Ayun
it
po.
to the
Maraming salamat
regional
po,
wage board.
Director. At least, nalaman ng mga manggagawa ngayon sa 5 milyong minimum wage earners who are watching and who will be watching this hearing, wala nga asahang taas sahod, banggit ng economic managers, mas ipa-priority ang pagbibigay ng ayuda kaysa itaas ang sahod. Kung magkano ang ayuda, hindi natin alam. Pero ako na po nagsasabi sa inyo. Sa Mayo 1, asahan nyo ang mga manggagawa kikilo sa pinakamaraming bilang dahil po dyan sa binanggit nyo. Wala nga asahang tasahod, bibigyan na lang ng ayuda. Panghuli na lang po, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pag-intindi.
Sinusuko ko yung oras ko sa iyo. Sige, para maitanong mo yung huling tanong.
So kung yun po ang policy pronouncement ng economic managers ho natin, tama ho ba na ang mga economic managers natin ay tutol sa hakbang? Kaya po tayo nag-uusap ng ganito kasi kailangan ho namin kumuha ng cue mula sa inyo. Ano ba ang gagawin namin sa Kongreso eh? Sa kasalukuyan ho, may mga naka-file na mga wage bills. Isa dito ang legislated wage increase, 200 pesos. Pinangungunahan ho ng ating Deputy Speaker, Raymond Mendoza. Isa rin ho naka-file sa atin ay yung House Bill number 8081 para naman sa mga manggagawa natin sa probinsya, maipantay na yung minimum wage, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So ano po ang policy position ng economic managers natin? Una, sa legislated wage increase, ngayong nasa krisis tayo. Pangalawa, sa pagbubuwag ng mga regional wage boards, ngayong nasa krisis tayo.
Sige po, pakisagot, Director.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. We will reiterate the position we submitted, I think, late last year, and that's in consonance with the position of the economic managers that we are in support of, strengthening the regional wage board instead of coming up with a legislated wage hike.
Okay po. Mr. Chair, maikling clarification na lang po.
Sige.
Mabilis na lang po to.
I-wrap up mo na yan. Sige.
Yusek Adriano, if I may ask po. Yusek Adriano, magkano po ang salary grade ng isang undersecretary sa DOF po?
Pakiulit yung tanong.
Magkano po ang salary grade ng undersecretary? Kayo po, Yusek.
28 ba?
Mr. Chair, I'm not actually familiar.
30? Ang USEC?
SG salary grade 30, Mr. Chair.
Okay po. Magkano po per month yun?
Okay, for salary grade 30, that is 218,237.
218,000 po.
Based on this
okay po.
table that we have.
Director,
tranche.
Director, magkano po salary grade nyo, Director?
26. if I'm not
Magkano po per
mistaken.
month yun?
That would be 137.
37.
Ayun po ang punto ko, Mr. Chair. Karamihan ho, ang mga opisyal ho natin, kumikita, sumasahod, 200,000, 300,000 kada buwan. Kaya hindi nila alam mabuhay gaya ng isang minimum wage earner. Lalong-lalo sa panahon ngayon na may krisis tayo. At ang maririnig natin sa economic managers, bigyan na lang ng ayuda ang mga minimum wage earners kaysa itaas yung sahod nila. Ganyan ka-detached sa realidad ang mga economic managers natin. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.